Welcome back to After the Whistle. It's always a pleasure when we bring in this man in the studio. UMary Athletic Director Dale Lennon joins the show. Thank you for being on.
Well, it's great to be here.
It's been a while since we've had you on. I believe the start of the winter sports season when things were kind of restarting about 7 months ago. How have things been at UMary since we last talked?
Well, it's getting back to normal, so that's very good. We were able to have a winter season. It was shortened, but it was a good winter season to have. It felt normal, just getting back into competition. And then our spring season was normal. So, that's very encouraging now going into the summer as we start preparing for the fall sports. And, the optimism is high that we're going to be able to have some normal seasons.
Exactly, and you guys are prepping for those fall seasons. It's been a while since we've had some people trying to play in that weird winter spring area, but what has the excitement been seeing volleyball, football, soccer kind of return in the fall area?
Well, the fall sports you kind of feel sorry for. Last year they didn't get a chance to have a season, and they were able to do some things in the spring that allowed them to practice and prepare. But, there's kind of that big question mark, how are we going to be here this fall? And especially with a couple of our sports, football, we're very excited to see, at what level we'll be able to play coming up here. And we have some things to prove. And, so that's kind of the anticipation and the excitement that as a administrator and a fan, that I'm curious to see, too, is just how much have we improved.
And what has changed, now that we're in this post-COVID era, from when you were preparing the last time to now?
Yeah, there's still going to be some residue of the COVID area. In fact, that was the thing we were talking about today. Are there going to be testing that's required? The vaccinations, the athletes that are vaccinated won't have to test, but non-athletes that haven't been vaccinated, they're going to need to test. And, so it's going to be a lot of coordination, too, that's not normal, that you'll need to do just to get ready to play a game. But, the season itself should feel normal.
Another hot topic that has come up is the name, image, likeness discussion. NCAA allowing athletes to pursue financial benefits when it comes to that. And you have a reaction to this, I'm sure. Over the last 3 weeks, we've kind of seen this come out.
Yeah, the NIL, nobody's really quite sure what direction this is going to take, how it's going to look, how it's going to affect the teams, how universities are going to be able to put a policy together that can represent everything. So it's going to be a discovery process as we work through it. I think there's a lot of elements that are very positive, but there's also some elements that could kind of have a negative flavor within the athletic arena that we need to be careful of, too. So, it's going to be a challenge, and we're spending a lot of time researching it, seeing what other schools are doing, and just trying to find what fits best for us, especially at the Division II level.
Yeah, the Division II level especially, the obvious discussion points are the high-profile athletes at the D1 schools and whatnot, but you guys have a different kind of atmosphere when it comes to the Division I or the Division II level. Describe to me what challenges could face you there.
Well, we'll be looking at areas that where can we take advantage of a few things with the NIL. We'll probably be able to offer some benefits that before we could not offer, and can we offer those? So, those are considerations. And then just being able to monitor our athletes to see what their involvement, so any type of pay that they receive outside of the normal realm that's athletic related, we're going to have to know about it. So, there's going to be a lot of compliance issues, and again, you want the opportunity for your athletes. You just want to make sure that we don't do something or they don't do something that'll put them in a bad situation.
You even mentioned making sure to educate the athletes to really know what is going into this and what they want to watch out for.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of education this fall, and just talking through, what they can do, what they need to be aware of, how can they take advantage of this, and we want our athletes to be able to take advantage of this. We feel this could be a recruiting advantage that we could have if we can figure out a way to, make us look a little more attractive than the competition. So I guarantee you we'll be exploring some options here also.
Do you feel this is a big step in collegiate sports and the way the athletes are being incentivized to be playing at the next level? I mean, where do you see this with how it's going to benefit college sports?
Well, It's going to change. How it's going to change, I mean, I don't want to be the negative, doomsday type prediction, but the NCAA, as we've known it, is going to exist in a different shape. And, the athletes themselves, how much do they benefit? That's what's going to be curious to see. You could have some athletes making more money than their coaches, which, now you've got a whole different dynamic when that happens.
Dale, it's always great to have you on the show. I wish we had more time to discuss. Maybe we get you on next time. Thanks again for stopping by.
Appreciate it, Phil.